Before I start loading other pieces of gear, I always like to start with my hydration bladder, which this is the Gregory 3D Hydra. So we're going to do that to get it out of the way. Typically, one of the lightest items you're going to have is going to be your sleeping bag. So that's what we're going to start with, which mine is the Teton Sports Tracker 15-degree bag. So with mine, I'm able to squeeze it in here, and then I'm able to turn it horizontally. And another thing that this does is it creates a really good base on the bottom of your pack, so that when you set it down, it makes it so that it doesn't fall over as easily. Now, the Gear Doctor Apollo Air sleeping mattress, we're going to put this in also horizontally, and what we're going to do is try and shove it as far to the back of the pack as we possibly can. So the sleeping pad does not fill up the entire row of the bag, so what we're going to do is take a couple other items that we can put in front of the sleeping pad to really maximize our space. First up, we're going to put in the REI FlexLite chair. Now, chairs are not a necessity while you're backpacking, obviously. It's a luxury item, but for £1, I think it's totally worth it to get to camp, set up your chair, and be able to kick back and relax. So we're going to put this in horizontally in front of the sleeping pad to kind of get it to fill out a little bit more. There's still some empty space in here. So what we're going to do is also put in a couple little filler items, one being our camp clothes and one being our camp pillow. We got that. We also got our cocoon camp pillow we're going to squeeze in here. And as you can see, now it's puffing out, so we're not wasting any space there, and we can move on to kind of the top section. Moving on to the top of the pack here, not only should it be relatively light, but it should also be something that you want easily accessible while out on the trail. But the last thing we're going to put in here, which is actually a couple of things, is going to be my cook kit. Now, everything that I have for my cooking and my food is all going to be inside of this Hill Sound pack stack. And then we'll top this off. Usually it's a little bit more full with the food, but there's still plenty of space if there were food in here. Then that's it for the insides. We're going to go ahead and use the drawstrings here to close this up. Okay, so that's it for the inside. Now we can go ahead and start loading up some of the side pockets and the brain. We're actually going to start with the inside of the brain here. We're going to put our first aid kit, portable charger, and the last thing we're going to throw in there is going to be our headlamp. But what I like to designate my brain pocket for is all of my rain and weather protection. So what I'll put in here is first up going to be my pack cover, and then to keep myself dry, we've got our rain shell, and that's going to do it. This is just going to be strictly for if it starts to rain, I don't even have to open up anything. I just unzip this, take out all my rain cover, and I'm good to go. Last but not least, we have the Eureka Suma 2-person backpacking tent. The general idea here is you've got these two straps that can unclip. You just loosen them up, wrap it around your tent here on both sides, and that's it. You should be good to go, and you are ready for your first backpacking trip.